Is your go-to spot in town the real deal? Well, we would like to know. Inspired by your love of all things local, we are kicking off a new series today called The Real Deal, where we visit your favorite restaurants, bars, bakeries, and cafes, and just give them some love. They don't have to be new, but they could be new to me, new to you, new to the rest of the viewers, right? So today we are kicking it off with the one and only photog extraordinaire, Scott Holcomb. He's got a face for television, but you don't see it often. But he is taking us to his very favorite place. In fact, The Real Deal was inspired in part by Scott because he talks about this place over and over and over again.
And Scott's made a few words.
All the time. And I was like, okay, well, you don't spend hours in a car with him, do you, John? No, I'm just kidding. So I am so excited to take you to this spot. It's actually my first time at this place. It's a husband and wife team. It is absolutely adorable. What is the first restaurant that we are deeming the real deal? You'll have to stick around and find out. Yeah, don't spoil it.
All right.
Looking forward to it.
Thanks, you two. What is this?
There's the Cacio.
Exactly. What is your go-to restaurant? Scott Holcomb here goes here, what, about once a week, probably? And inspired a new series called The Real Deal, where we check out all your favorite local spots. So, where can you find this guy dining on this dish? We'll tell you coming up. Yes, welcome to Cacio. On any given night, you might just find Good Day photographer Scott Holcomb sitting right here at the counter with his wife, Denise. This is his go-to spot. And it is where we are kicking off a new series called The Real Deal, where you suggest your favorite spot. We meet you there and we hear all about it. So let's learn a little bit about Cacio. First of all, where are we? Scott Holcomb, where are we?
The Pocket.
We are in the Pocket. This is a cozy Italian restaurant run by husband and wife superstar team, Katie and chef Jonathan. Okay, so let's ask you, Hulk, what do you love about Cacio? What is it about this place that keeps you coming back?
It's the two of them who are awesome.
Aww.
And every single dish is excellent.
Okay.
Yeah, you can pick anything and it's great.
You could pick anything, but this is the name of the game. This is the Cacio e Pepe, which is what the restaurant is named after. And there's a fun little story about that. Why don't you tell us, Katie?
Well, my husband made this for me on our second date, and I said, if you can do that with 4 ingredients, I'm in.
Okay. She said that's how she knew she was going to marry him. So you met in 2008 while working at the Grange at the Citizen. 4 years later, you were married. Let's talk about how you opened this place. It was another restaurant. You were sitting right there.
Yes, we were sitting there. We were looking for a restaurant because a friend that I had worked with previously had offered to be an investor, and I was like, "You're kidding." He's like, "No, I'm serious." I said, "Okay." So we started looking, and I brought her out here. We sat at the counter. At first, she was like, "Why would we open a restaurant in a strip mall out here?" And I looked at her, I said, this place has always been a restaurant. I said, "Didn't think about it." I said, "Where else out here? What else is out here?" So there's a lot of fast food, and there's a lot of other restaurants out here, but there's nobody doing a pasta or Italian, unless you're getting pizza. But so she was like, "Okay, well, let's do it."
Yeah.
And we did.
And you did. And but 7 years later, you are such a favorite, not just to Hulk. I know to Hulk, you are the go-to spot. But you said you have like 50 Hulks, right?
Maybe 60.
Maybe 60 Hulks. Yeah, you have a lot of regulars. I do have to ask. I know Hulk as a, photographer, coworker, great friend of mine. What is he like as a diner?
He's pretty quiet. Yeah,
Good
he
tipper?
keeps it together while he's here.
He keeps it together. That's what I asked too. She said she doesn't pay attention to that. So Hulk says he is. Hulk.
He's like, to be clear.
Hulk says he is. He pays in cash too. So Katie, told me, they have some menu staples like the Cacio, but she says the menu really rotates every other week as well. The earth kind of plays the biggest role in what they make and serve. So coming up in the next hour, though, we are going to have Chef Jonathan make Hulk's favorite dish, which is
The orecchiette.
the orecchiette. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah.
So it's just a traditional Roman dish. It's orecchiette pasta, sausage, broccoli rabe, Calabrian chilies, and a little garlic.
Chef's kiss. Okay, let's see. We will have a taste of that as I dig into this, see if you guys truly are the real deal. And if you have a go-to spot that you want to celebrate live on Good Day with me, you want to join me to recognize local place doing it right, just send me an email, molly.riehl@cbs.com. We want to know about those restaurants that are doing it right. So we will see you soon with Hulk's favorite dish. Back to you guys.
Right on.
Love that.
Enjoy.
Thank you, Molly.
Well, there he goes, Scott Holcomb eating away at his favorite restaurant, Cacio. Welcome back to Good Day Sacramento. I'm Molly Riehl, checking out your favorite go-to spots. This right here, this is Scott's. And this is the Cacio e Pepe, which the restaurant is named for. It has people coming back, flocking back, not just humans, in fact. No, speaking of flocking, there are two other regulars besides Scott Holcomb and his wife, Denise. Meet Frank and Pato. These
Stop
ducks,
it.
Katie, tell us about them.
They started coming here about 3 seasons ago. We do this every day, at least 3 times a day. They get fancy rice, and they
So let's feed them and show them. They do like this rice, and she says Pato, she's kind of messy eater, and Frank cleans her up.
Yep, absolutely. He's the cleanup
Aw.
crew.
The cleanup crew, yeah.
Oh, they're
I mean,
so
it's the
sweet.
most romantic place for every species. Cord, I think you'll agree with me. Like, the pasta really got me and their story, but
Yeah.
if anything were to really keep me coming back to this place, it's the ducks.
It's the ducks. I'm there with you, sister.
It's the ducks.
Look at these. Are they not the
Their
cutest
little
couple?
date
Yeah.
day every day.
How cute.
The
Wait, what are they
cutest
eating
couple.
again,
No
Molly?
offense,
Fancy
Hulk and
rice.
Denise.
Oh, fancy rice.
Fancy right.
Okay.
Fancy rice. They get the
Oh
fancy
my
rice.
They like it.
And she's well hydrated. I love that. Yes, it's good for your skin to be well hydrated. Molly, they're the
Fancy rice
cutest.
mask.
Oh my goodness. All right, more from Cacio this morning as Molly Riehl is starting this new franchise, The Real Deal. More details on that coming up.
All right, last hour we learned about a local spot that someone here on the staff absolutely cannot get enough of.
Yes, so we're going to check back in with Molly Riehl, who's hanging out at Cacio this morning. The last we saw you, Scott Holcomb was going to town on that pasta.
He sure was, and for good reason. The Cacio de Pepe here at Cacio is incredible. In fact, Katie right there, it's what she married her husband, Chef Jonathan, for. By the way, Hulk's not the only place on the Good Day staff that loves this. Sacra said there's a chocolate dish here that she literally licked the plate clean. So the Cacio is phenomenal, right? But Hulk's favorite dish on the menu is actually the orecchiette. So we are going into the kitchen with Chef Jonathan to see how this is made. And as he is whipping it up, Katie, let's talk a little bit about this dish, starting with the word orecchiette. What does that mean?
Well, orecchiette means little ears. It's the shape of the pasta. The actual dish is called orecchiette con salsiccia. The salsiccia is sausage, so we do a house-made fennel sausage. It's a pork sausage, which Jonathan is starting now. So he starts out with a little garlic and then cooks that down, and then he'll add broccoli rabe, which is super traditional. This is a Roman dish. Broccoli rabe is a cousin to broccoli. It's a little bit bitter, so you need the spicy sausage with the bitterness of the broccoli. Renderings of the sausage, garlic, olive oil. That's what makes the sauce. It's not a real saucy pasta, but it's just with all of those flavors. Calabrian chilies go in it, which are kind of a briny, spicy chili. And then they'll finish with the pasta, toss it with a little pecorino cheese, which is a sheep's milk cheese.
It looks fantastic and kind of like a hearty, like big bite kind of a pasta.
Yeah, super winter pasta. We do have it on the menu all the time until broccoli rabe doesn't really like the summer, and then we'll switch it up. But it is a spicy dish. It's intended to be spicy, and it's not supposed to be super saucy. So
And you have several things on the menu like this and like the Cacio e Pepe that are on the menu most of the year. But you said other than that, you kind of switch every other week. You change up the menu. So you said you really let the earth tell you what is on the menu. I want to add, you don't serve hard alcohol here, but I have heard from a good source that Jonathan makes a mean Manhattan. We were with Chef Patrick Mulvaney the other day, and he said, be sure to ask Chef about the Manhattan. Tell me about that.
This is a running joke between Dan Mitchell and Jonathan.
And Patrick.
And Patrick. Essentially, it's a Manhattan, and the bitters are added by Jonathan putting his finger in the cocktail and stirring.
Yes.
Because
Yeah. Patrick, for whatever reason, is always he jokes that I'm bitter.
Yeah.
And there's probably times that he's caught me in a moment.
He is the bitters, but you know what? I think this orchietti was made with love. Hulk, do you want to take a bite and see what you think? I'm going to take a bite as well. Let's see. It's amazing. You are, oh my goodness. Hulk can't do it, but you know what? He already knows. Chef Jonathan, Katie, I hereby declare you the real deal. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And by the way, if you have a go-to spot that you would like to share with us, please email me. We can meet at your restaurant. You can tell us why you love it. And really quickly, I know we have to go. Between the commercial breaks, I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw a beloved spot in my neighborhood. I came across the news that it just closed. And that's why we're doing this, so that we keep these places alive and open and celebrate the people who are doing it right, okay? So I hope to hear from you soon.
Let's keep these local spots
Thank
open.
you.
They are our bread and butter.
And
Pardon the
I'm
pun.
hoping you brought that Ziploc lined purse. Dump that Cacio e Pepe in there.
Somebody
bring it
tells me
back.
Scott's going to eat all of that.
Yeah.